The Soviet Union has almost successfully captured all of Japan. In their push westward, 2 aircraft carriers are on the north and south coasts of the remaining islands under Allied control, and soon they will be under our control. Hello again, friends and fans. Raptor here, and welcome back to Climb Mount Noranaya here for Wargame Red Dragon. It's good to have you all here as we continue the action. The enemy has fallen back several times, and we now finally have a foothold in capturing some major positions here that we can utilize against the enemy. If you guys want to see more Wargame Red Dragon, I love the channel, want to see more, go ahead and hit that like button, get her up to 1,000 likes to vote for more content here on the channel. It's good to have you all here with us. We're going to fight ourselves a naval battle here today against the South Koreans, and then roll our carrier back to provide more air cover here at Masuda. We're going to land some more forces around here, and also bring down the Spetsnaz Brigade to block any sort of attempt to recapture the airfields. Throughout this campaign, the Allies will attempt to recapture any airfield that we capture, and so we need to make sure we strike with lightning speed and precision in order to knock them all the way into the sea. Alright, well, without further ado, let's go ahead and begin. We don't have much to do here aside from end our turn. We don't really have any other movements for our units, and battles that were fought have been completed, so let's go ahead and end this turn, and we'll move on to the next. In this next turn, then, we're going to move the Spetsnaz Brigade down to Gobo, so that way we can enforce that. But first, we need to fight our naval battle against Hatsuki and, let's see, Chancery Donghai forces there. Ooh, actually, we have Sovermenis. Ah, finally, we get to play as the glorious Soviet Navy and finally use those very, very powerful surface ships against the Japanese. All right, looks like they've got, let's see, 2 positions under their control. We're going to try to hit these guys as hard as possible, and unfortunately for us, they're very expensive, so, you know, we kind of got to make do with what we've got. If we roll out with just 2 ships, which that seems to be all we have points for. Actually, we can park here for a little while, and, oh, actually, the Japanese do have Naval Sector Juliet. I was not aware of that. In the meantime, we have access to some helicopters as well, 70-point KA-27 PLPs, which do have radar-guided anti-ship missiles as well. But I think what we're going to do is try to count on one more Sovermini coming out. These Sovermini are just absolutely incredible. We're going to wait until we get enough points to call out a third, and then we're going to start leaving this position and going towards the Japanese. Looks like they've called out units towards the center. Is that it? Wait a minute. Is that all they have? That's very interesting that that would be all they call out. We have 2 wonderful Soviet surface ships here. These are incredible, both with their Sea Whiz and their missile systems. They can just penetrate any sort of defense that happens to come our way. All right. We're standing by, waiting to move. It looks like the Japanese occupy Naval Sector Juliet, and or rather not the Japanese, but the South Koreans. But they do have Japanese ships, American ships and such will join them soon, so we'll see a large cavalcade of problems coming our way soon enough, steaming towards us. There doesn't seem to be much out there, so this should be easy to defeat, but this is just wetting the whistle slightly for the Allied fleets that will be coming soon. Let's go ahead and speed up time then, since we're only dealing with 3 ships, and they take some time to move. We're going to go ahead and get these ships out on the move to center, so that way we can go ahead and engage anything they throw at us. It's just going to take a little while to move out that direction. We want to make sure we move these ships together. Looks like there's an enemy ship out there already. I believe that's the Hatsuki we saw just moments ago. So let's go ahead and see if we can engage that. We do have, let's see, 130mm guns. Looks like we're already shooting at them. Oh, wait a minute. Looks like we got a whole parade of enemy ships coming towards us. Well, well. Interesting. Very good. We should be able to fight off most of these attacks. Alright, lots of enemy ships attacking. Let's get out some Nanushkas here. Soverminis, all it takes is 1 missile to break through their defenses for them to have a bad day. But they typically don't have a bad day. More missiles. More of their missiles are being cut down. Now we're going to let these ships kind of choose what they're going to do. Look at all those Allied ships that it takes to take down the Soviet Navy. They've happened to land a few hits on our ships. We're going to call in another Nanushka. These ships are fantastic ASM launchers. Look at that. Wow, the guns of our ships just unloading. I believe there's 3 guns mounted onto those ships. Oh, it's 2 each. All right. Guns in front and back. Our ships are now starting to panic. At this moment, all we need is one missile to fly into the middle and hit a Hatsuki, and we should have a great day. Let's go ahead and load missiles. See if we hit these ships here. Alright, doesn't look like we'll be able to fire those. I'm trying to fire those muskets now. Alright, let's see if we can hit something. Alright, we are starting to take some good damage. We need to fall back. Look at all those enemy ships it takes. Let's get Amuna up to resupply. We should be able to fire on the enemy all day. Alright, there we go. We're hitting enemy ships. South Koreans are going to be very regretful of this day. We're going to need more supply ships out. Enemy ship destroyed, 250 points. Beautiful. Shover Mini has been hit badly. Falling back. More enemy ships approaching. Stay here, Nanushka. Alright, we're going to switch out with this other Soviet Mini. Getting another missile ship up. Alright, let's bring them into a better killing range. Sit right where we are. Alright, if we destroy some more enemy ships, we should have a victory here. They're closing in on us. We have water ingress. The captain has been killed. We need to escape from that enemy strike. Alright, we're going to need multiple supply ships here. Come on, boys. You need to learn to reverse. Alright, we need to save that ship. We're moving out to engage some of these close-range ships that are pummeling the Soviet Mini here. There we are. Alright, we've had multiple captains killed here. I think we're down to just the cook now. Alright, Nanushkas are rearming. Wow, look at all that. They've severely damaged our ships. Here come the missiles from the Nanushkas. If we break through there, that's multiple ships destroyed. Ships got around us there. Beautiful 500 points scored there. One of our own Nanushkas getting killed. Get that moon out of there. We need to stay, keep clear with our ships here. More Donghaes destroyed. Enemy's having a horrible day. Soviet Mini is rolling out. Look at that. Incredible. It's still floating. 85 points for that next kill. We gotta escape back here to the corner. Enemy tried to flank us. Did a pretty good job. We now need to just hold the line with the Soviet Minis here. This ship doesn't seem so bad after all. Alright, Nanushkas are firing again. We need to get that capture point back. We're just about in the zone. Missiles should finish off this final ship, and that should be a victory for us.
выиграть под вашим началом.
Just trying to back the ship up. There we are. Wow. A victory after all that, only losing in Anishka, but taking us huge amounts of damage. Actually, it doesn't even tell us that we've taken a loss. Was it just one loss that, I guess... Okay. Apparently it didn't record our loss, which was interesting. But there we go. Wow, almost 2,000 points worth of damage to the enemy. Incredible. Wow. And that's going to be that group totally destroyed there. At least they're fleeing now. 2 mechanized regiments are available for deployment. We can send them out from a harbor or from Osaka. All right, fantastic. So this fleet is basically destroyed. There's really not much they can do against us anymore. There's they can come back and they can refit, but we're sitting on their refit point, so they'd have to escape to the East China Sea in order to replenish their losses there. A fantastic start. Very good. All right, let's see. We're going to deploy our Spetsnaz brigade to the south then. They have their Igla missiles and also ATGMs and such that they can utilize against the enemy. More importantly, though, I think we just need something here right away. Spetsnaz troops, VDV, BTRDs are very good in taking out enemy infantry. They should be very specialized for destroying anything that the enemy has in terms of light vehicles or, more importantly, helicopters. Only a couple of AA weaponry there, but it should be all right. Okay, in the south we have a lot more enemy whatnots waiting for us. Let's move our carrier back, actually, so we can provide that naval support. Otherwise, we won't be able to reach out that far. So I want to now advance on Tsuyama so we can push south to Wargame. And we need to surround Hiroshima before we actually, or Hiroshima, before we actually move in there. We need to have it completely surrounded. That's going to be a tough nut to crack, and they're already attacking our airfield here, or we're trying to capture that one. Make sure we maintain it. So let's go ahead and also drop some other units down. I think the 70th Rifles would be great. We need to capture a harbor here before we do anything else, so maybe we should save points for now. If we call out anything, it's not going to be an immediate help to our situation. So let's go ahead and actually, maybe Marisuda, we should reinforce that with Marines. Let's go ahead and drop some more Marines here. We want to go to the Minsk Brigade, 84th Tank. Let's go ahead and make sure we maintain Masuda. That's going to be a very important point in cutting off the enemy and also having 3 extra reinforcement points each time. And these units are going to be really good. We can continue to push westward with them, so I think that's a good investment. All right, meanwhile, we're fighting a battle in the north against the 333rd Infantry. Not really... or rather the 33rd Infantry, not really anything to be too concerned about. We're going to push forward with our Guards Rifle and our tanks. We need them up here, if not for this battle, for eventually our push to the south. We'll get them some aircraft and some bombers ready to resupply the enemy with bombs. We'll drop those right on top of them. I'm sure the enemy's going to need them. Okay, let's do this one. We're going to go Africa by Toto right here. Okay, it looks like... we have to push all the way to Obama, so I think what we'll do is we'll put our tanks on the south and just get ready to push. The enemy's going to probably try to capture Echo, so we're going to make sure that they don't do that. So let's launch our battle. That last battle was good. That naval battle, very good. I wish we would have killed some more enemy command ships, but luckily we've knocked them off and into the water. So even though they weren't technically destroyed, they're pretty much ineffective now. Looks like we've got 2 tanks at our disposal. A lot of Factoria ATGMs. Let's see here. I think we're going to actually put to use a lot of these Marines now. So let's see if we can block them at Elena. We'll probably move to capture that to deny the enemy the ability. And we'll also need to use some tanks. We've lost all of our ability to call out any sort of airborne, or rather ASUs, airborne dropped ATs. So let's see if we can call anything else out. Grads will be welcomed onto the battlefield. That should provide artillery support to drop on top of them. I'm not too concerned about this battle here, really. I see some really good opportunities for us to make our advance. Okay, we'll hide a UAZ with some infantry around it, just in case the enemy somehow breaks through. Have 4 squads defending that. And then we've got ourselves some... recon that we can utilize. We'll try to just push in and set up roadblocks for the enemy here. We don't really have any sort of weapons that can decimate them instantaneously aside from the tanks, and what we have isn't that great against the tanks. Factorias will be nice, though. We'll get those offloaded onto either side. Essentially what I think we need to do here is find the enemy and then lock down. So we're going to try to rush for here and here And also, let's see if we can capture that zone. We'll send out another command. We'll hold Anna until Elena's secure, and then we'll move up to Elena just for the extra points. Okay, let the battle begin. We're going to try to push up here to the intersection, here to Elena. The grads we'll put under control. And just for starters, let's just go ahead and fire rockets off at the enemy. Anywhere inside their command at Obama. We should be able to hit something and hopefully destroy a command. Okay, recon on either side's doing great. I'm going to recon over here. We just need to keep an eye on where the enemy may be moving to on this right side. And then take cover in the woods. Alright, there goes our rockets. Mostly utilizing these since we don't have any real eye on the enemy. Alright, looks like the enemy's already occupied center. And we have an enemy command spotted. I don't even know what that is. Well, let's... Oh, wow, we destroyed it. Fantastic. Enemy's going for a quick cap of several sectors. Oh, and did we destroy command here at Obama? Or did we get it to flee? I saw some points pop up, but I didn't quite catch what it was. Okay, let's continue our advance then. I think we got the enemy up against the wall now. Those look like... yeah, those are bad. Okay, let's set up over here. I don't remember what those are. I think those are troop transports. Of all the units, I'm very bad at the Japanese because they have... I think they use numbers in order to identify their stuff, and they use numbers in Japanese, so that is a troop transport. Okay. Okay, we have two T-55s here. I'm glad they're here now. Let's get the infantry ready to go in. ATGMs will support. Infantry made it through with no problems. The enemy must have wanted to advance, and then after they lost several of their commands, they bailed out on that plan. I don't think the enemy's going to make it past us at all. Let's make sure we're within that resupply zone. The true grads, let's go ahead and hit them again. Seems like they've occupied that forest. Alright, go ahead and deploy the ATGMs. Well, actually, those weren't ATGMs. Those are actually regular infantry, which is fine. We'll be defending against counterattacks. Enemy Mitsubishi is bailing. Okay, let's push up this flank. And we'll approach with our tanks and infantry. Nothing really spotted from the enemy. Bring up recon. We'll keep our other recon here just in case somebody tries to slip between. Something's getting ready to fire. Is that artillery? Oh yes, that's that damn MSSR again. The Japanese are seeming to flee now. Are we... We might have them up against the wall here. Come on, boys. Get into the forest. Artillery should hit that tree line again. Let's continue our push north. Get that recon out of the way. Alright, let's hit him in the flank. Tanks are ready here. Unload that infantry. 60 Marines pushing through the woods. There's really not a lot of cover here aside from on either side of the road. So we got to cling to this position. And that's the command. Wow, precision. Absolute precision. There's that lightning. The 33rd Infantry Regiment destroyed. Fantastic. With no losses of our own. Good job, boys. Excellent. Fantastic. Very good. Alright, the battle for Tsuyama now here with the helicopters. We're against, let's see, a lot of good tanks. We still have our really great helicopters, so we should be able to cause a lot of damage here. And we have planes of our own. The Japanese have F-1s that have, let's see, guided, more of a guided bomb, and then infrared missiles. Not too much to be concerned about. But mostly infantry, pretty good amount to spam with, and helicopters we need to watch out for, so Tunguskas are definitely going to be necessary here. I think this is the most amount of battles I've fought in one episode. 3? It's pretty good. We've had some really good opportunities, though, to cut the enemy down. Ooh, this is not good, though. This is a very, very large position. Enemy has Wargame, Hiroshima, Masuda. Actually, they shouldn't have Masuda. We actually control that area, which is interesting. Okay, well, I guess we're going to go ahead and fight it as is. Nothing else I can bring in for support that I can see at the moment. We'll continue to push those forces to the east, and then we're going to continue to surround Hiroshima. So in the north, we're going to move these forces from Totorirai or whatever to Masuda, and then further to Yamaguchi. And then once we're there, these forces should have broken through as well. So Hiroshima will be surrounded. We'll capture that. We'll leave a few forces here so we can push south to Morigame, and then we're going to have our carrier here start dropping some naval marine landing forces to help to capture Nankoku. 15 points there if we capture it, which is why it's so incredibly important. Plus, it's also a port, so we can start dropping our troops instead of from Osaka over here north. Starting here, we can only move 1, 2, 3 points to get to Hiroshima versus having to move 1, 2, 3 points from the east. So it should be about the same number of movements. However, it defends our southern flank against enemy attacks, and also we can cut them off here rather than all the way here. We do need to hold Osaka at all costs, so if the enemy does capture that for a brief moment and we lose that battle, that's pretty much the whole campaign over. Okay, let's start our battle. One final run here. Hopefully this one is brief and not too bad on us. Let's see, the enemy has less morale points than we do. We have our wonderful helicopters up. I lost some of those air-to-air helicopters, which now at this point I wish I would have those. However, we don't need them when we have so many beer uses. That's really going to be a wonderful thing for us. Let's actually get a command unit out that's not a chopper. Let's go ahead and put some BMPs here. Let's get rid of that Mi-4, and let's get another helicopter here. So I want the reinforcement points and the call-out points for additional air units. So let's get a BMP-2 occupied here. And what I want to try to do is locate and eliminate the enemy without any sort of trouble. You know what? Since we have helicopters, it might be a good idea to have FOBs, because we can easily rearm them that way, especially since we'll be killing so many units. So let's go ahead and call out some of our better helicopters. And we're going to start scouting for the enemy as soon as possible. We're going to have to find where they're at. And we'll also have to set up a defense that's going to have to hold that, back the Japanese if they try to get close to us. So BMP-2s should be pretty good at that. Their autocannons are probably the best thing about them. Their ATGMs won't be as useful against the number of Japanese tanks, but the autocannon will be able to cut through them. Hot knife through butter. Let's get another recon out if we can. Let's get a BRDM over here. Just need to keep an eye out for the Japanese and then continue to shoot them down wherever we see them. I guess we'll get a recon unit here and go that direction. And we've spent all of our points on recon. The rest will be on aircraft. All right, let's go. All right, helicopters are ready to go. BMP-2s deploy. Actually, we can deploy all BMP-2s. Okay, we have an enemy helicopter spotted. The OH-6D TOW. The wonderful... Wow. Looks like they're all coming this way. The wonderful BMP-2 should be able to deal with that, as well as our wonderful missiles. And more importantly, like our, what, 30 millimeters? Wonderful. Don't need to see them when they're coming right for us. Okay, we have access to a Yak-38, which is going to drop some nice bombs on top of these fools. These helicopters should be eliminated quickly. Was the Romulan cloak was engaged there? Let's go ahead and drop in front of him. Good job, Mi-24s. Let's keep hitting... looks like the enemy called in some aircraft. Let's keep hitting any of their aircraft. There we go. Wow, bombs actually successfully being dropped. Enemy moving forward. Not fast enough. Alright, the enemies are starting to attack on the other flank. We're going to need to get up some more helicopters here. Let's actually get out our rocket aircraft. Oh, are they dropping bombs? Very good, Japan. Japan using some of its very heavy bombs, guided bombs, in order to drop on us. They're considered to be rockets, I suppose, but... let's get another bomber out now to stop some of those aircraft from coming in. Or these tanks from coming in. We'll get them with the aircraft. They're going to have to stop those motor streliki there. They wiped out one group. The Japanese have so much stuff that's light. It's pretty incredible. Alright, one bomb set going away. And with the enemy stunned, we should be able to drop the rest of them. Okay, cargo trucks, not too much of a threat. Beautiful. We should be able to cut down the rest of the enemy's morale here shortly, and it looks like motor streliki should be able to finish off those vehicles. Very good. Alright, let's head back to base. We need to resupply immediately. Let's get a UAZ up, but keep an eye out for the second wave of Japanese transports. That's what those are. Alright, let's get, let's see, boy, oh boy. Oh boy, we can't even call out more than one of those yet. And we're going to need more helicopters up for sure. There are way too many vehicles and not enough bombs or bombers at the moment. We can get out some more of these, though. So the best thing is probably these Mi-24Ps, as they actually have the ability to fire ATGMs and also have a cannon on them. F1s, what are you doing? Oh, they briefly spotted a BMP-2, so they came in with it? Okay. Should probably get a Tungo Scout now to deal with that, which would be under support. Beer use is what we've got. Should be able to shoot those down. Let's keep a track of these vehicles. Oh, there we go, Romulan Cloak, even though UAZ is right there. We're going into the tree line, so let's just hit it. Seems like they're pushing forward, so we'll drop on them. Alright, that should be good. Gotta babysit the bombers. Okay, let's stop there. Looks like a all of Japan's recon coming in from this side. Alright, let's go ahead and get ready to deal with that. Meanwhile, I want to make sure they don't attack us again, so let's get a couple of Biryusa up. That's what I want to hear, that wonderful autocannon. Let's move up there. I want to see if the enemy's trying to flank us. All of the recon on the right flank. It's probably another Mitsubishi recon there. It sure was, till we blew it up. Japanese are busy targeting BMPs rather than actually winning the war. Oh, I forgot those Nanashikis actually have a nice 25mm on them. Well, that won't last long against what we got thrown at them. Alright, back to the FOB. Yeah, we want to stay well away from those. They're worth quite a few points too, so let's actually try to get back to the enemy's FOB now, and or their main base. Mi-24Ps, Ka-29s. Yeah, let's go with the Ka-29s. We're going to try to sneak behind them and find their commands. They're low on points because of their earlier attack, so we'll try to go there in Hiroshima. See if we can try to sneak all the way up there. Okay, very good. All right, I think we have enough helicopters to deal with this. And I want some Yak 141s up to be able to deal some big damage to their Air Force. That'll give us the rest of the points we need. If anything, we have such a huge advantage over the enemy that we're going to pummel them out of this area. So not too long till we have a victory. Just need to get everything resupplied. It's crazy how long it takes everything to be resupplied, isn't it? All right, Japanese infantry moving out. The open fields. And yeah, there's quite a few of them, actually. 80 troops. All right, let's go over this direction. Biruses are moving closer to the enemy. Good. Hopefully everything's being rearmed here. The FOB is pretty much out. How much supply is there? All right, we'll wait until it cuts off. Looks like everything's resupplied. Okay, we're going to try to sneak around at Masuda and then Hiroshima and see if we can bomb or destroy anything that they've got. And I do want to get a Yak 141 up as well. And let's see if we can bomb that infantry while we're out here. Hopefully calling out this jet, these bombers, will trigger the Japanese to attack as well. Oh boy, look at all those Japanese infantrymen. Just bomb the city. No need to see it. Just blow it up. We're getting close there, stunning at one of the squads and destroying another. Alright, 141's going to give us good air cover here. Okay, enemy helicopters are spotted at Hiroshima. Beautiful, more enemy infantry eliminated. Okay, let's move the UAZ up. We're looking for commands here now. We're on a command strike. So let's call out some more bombers. If we find them, we can just bomb them. Okay, let's see what we got. Japanese looks like some of them survived our bombing campaign, but that's alright. Ooh, F1's here. Didn't get anything off. I think they're just bailing out. Alright, wonderful. Our aircraft was successful in defending. Okay, here comes the recon. Let's take a looky-poo. The Japanese not happy with our helicopters being around. Alright, more points will be spent then to spend on defense aircraft. Japanese command getting a little antsy. Ooh, they got an Mi-24P. Good for them. Trying to fly over the top and find this thing. Wow, interesting ability to retarget without being able to spot. Japanese being able to drop bombs on a target they couldn't quite see. Interesting narrative. Shouldn't be able to see targets like that without having the recon around. Alright, let's just bomb at our own discretion. And we're out of fuel anyway, so it's good we're dropping something before we're leaving. Alright, supply trucks are returning. Okay, we're going to two Yak 141s up now. Minor annoyances of losing a couple choppers and a Biryusa, not the end of the world. We're looking for commands here. We've already won this one. This is Operation Cleanup now. Just need to find where the enemy has some of their commands. And that would be it right there. Perfect. Alright, let's move up to the next section. Yak 141s can come up here to secure. And let's start bombing. Japanese have really no anti-aircraft, so we should be more than capable of destroying everything on the ground. I think they had a vehicle from before, but we'll just try to hit everything that might possibly hold Japanese infantry or a Japanese command. Another good victory under the belt, boys. I'm happy to have completed this one. Oh, look at that, cute. Oh, look at that, an enemy commands, or enemy little thingy broke through. Oh, isn't that adorable? Look at it. Oh. Actually, we should just call out a chopper to deal with that. We'll bring out a VP. There we go. We got it distracted while the BMP is opening up on it. Well, if you want to pay attention more to the other units there, feel free. All right, bombing campaigns are completing. That's the thing with the AI, too, is that they'll find every single little hole. They'll find every exploit, like, for example, bombing the Biryusa with no recon. You know, like we have helicopters on top of enemy units and we still can't see them, that type of thing. But the goals are completed here today. An enemy fleet completely sunk, aside from a couple of ships that still keep her afloat. And the Sector 1. That's it. GG, Japan. Alright, looks like the enemy actually got a command out somewhere else. Oh, Wargame. Looks like they got one down there too. Well, with 6 minutes left, let's just finish them off then with a total victory. We'll finish off those 106s. I guess I didn't... Oh, they actually have... Wow, Japan spent a lot of points on just capturing territory and not actually fighting the war. What they should have done in order to defeat us was... you saw at the start with Dmitry, where their forces were coming down in huge numbers. They should have continued that and tried to overwhelm our defenses. Essentially, it would have been like Stalingrad, where the Soviets, you know, kept sending infantry, that kind of thing. That's the best way to do that. Okay, well, we got our victory here. I forgot all about Boris and Wargame, but that's the end of whomever was causing us trouble. It was Greg on the enemy team. All right, boys, finish her off. This one was difficult. We had a lot of territory to cover. That's a good thing we had helicopters. If we had tanks or something else, that would have been the worst. There we go, finally. Bringing her to an end. It should have ended with the command, but... Alright, another one in the bag. The Central Helicopter Battalion, 7th Infantry Regiment, and the 3rd Tank Battalion destroyed. A total victory for us, and we're pushing the Japanese out of there, that final force. Fantastic. Alright, she's looking a lot more red. That's very good. Alright, I'll see you all in the next episode. Thanks for leaving a like, and I'll see you for more Wargame Red Dragon next time. Goodbye.